Hi guys, Woobai here in Raid Shadow Legends, and we have just finished the ×2 Ancient Summons. Hopefully you guys have a lot of good Legos, epics, and maybe some good rares. I recently just put out a rare tier list of the top 40 rares to kind of help you guys out. But I thought it would be good to talk about what's next. What do we do to prepare for what's coming? So we know 1.13 is probably going to be coming pretty soon. We've been flooded with different events. They've been depleting our resources. My guess is 1.13 is coming around the corner. And then other future stuff that, we've been teased a lot of updates. So, what do we do? What do we do to prepare for some of this? So first thing, the most important that I think is save your duplicates. I would specify probably especially legendaries and epics. I know sometimes it's kind of hard to save a lot of rares, but for your legendaries and epics, save all those duplicates. Don't use them as skill books. So in one of my videos, I put out a Q&A that Polarium has kind of responded to some of our questions that we had. And one of them was around duplicates. And the response for these duplicates was, we have planned an amazing feature that will turn duplicates into benefits instead of disappointments. So if you're like me, if I go to my vault here and just look at, some of the champions that I have, I know I have, I got 4 Tyrells. That's a phenomenal epic. I haven't felt the need to level up another one. So if this amazing feature can be more beneficial to use those 3 extra epics that I have for him, I'm pretty excited to see what's going to come into that. Another one I have is Rosin. I started leveling him up, but I haven't 6-starred him yet. So save those duplicates. Let's see what happens with this amazing feature that they've announced. I don't know if it's going to be in 1.13, but it is going to be in the near future. So if it's not in this next update, I would probably expect it to be in 1.14 since they've kind of already given us that feedback. But hopefully it's going to be in 1.13. So save your duplicates. Let's see what this feature is going to be. Next one I want to talk about is manage all your storage. So I know you've just summoned probably a lot of different champions. You have a lot of rares, hopefully a lot of epics, and your vault is probably full right now, and you're trying to figure out, what to do. Focus on that because we have a little bit of downtime to try to manage some of our stuff. So one thing is champion storage and vaults. So save your Legos and epics, all the duplicates that I just talked about, and then we know that in the future, not sure if it's going to be in this next update, but there's going to be a new faction and new champions. And I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about here in a second. And then as well as, start filtering through your artifacts and accessories. They have kind of announced kind of a tease of the filtering system that they're working on right now. It looks pretty cool. You can filter by primary and substats as well as if it's equipped on a champion or not. So start working on kind of dwindling down your storage on those artifacts and accessories. And then there's going to be a new dungeon, I'm pretty sure, probably the tower that's currently locked in the dungeon area, as well as probably some new gear sets. So I've already started here to work on kind of selling stuff that I know I'm not going to upgrade. I've gotten it down to about 600, but I have a lot more work. I think ideally I want to get this around 500 if I can. I think for the accessories, I'm doing a little better here. I've kind of started to sell some of that. So work on that, start doing those, because when the new content comes out, the last thing that you want to do is spend all that time trying to sell that gear to get more space for new gear sets and run new dungeons. So here's the picture that I kind of talked about in one of the hidden updates. They put out this picture that has a lot of hidden updates for future content. And, on the top left there, it looks like the Hydra clan boss. We see in the middle and kind of to the right, there is new champions along with a new faction. And then at the top right there, it looks like a tower in the distance, which is probably that locked tower that we have in the dungeon area that's been there for as long as I've been playing. So I think it's been there probably since the official release. So work on those. We don't want to have to do that when that new content comes out. We have a downtime right now. So try to dwindle down some of those artifacts. The next one would be, start saving your resources now. So when we talk about, your brews for the tournaments, when we talk about rewards that hit your mailbox and in your faction wars in your campaign, and then silver, which is very hard to come by, but you need to start saving that now, because there's going to be events and artifact events and fusion events that take a lot of silver. And if we know anything about fusion events, not only do they take a lot of silver, but sometimes there's select tournaments or events that you will need to get a certain distance or complete to get the right champions to fuse them together to get the new champion that they're going to come out with. So brews is pretty important because in tournaments and stuff, it's an easy way to quickly get up champions, but it does take a lot of silver. So start working on that. I've been doing pretty bad with my silver just because we had a artifact enhancement event, so I used a lot of silver, and I've been trying to gear up some other champions to use. I have saved some of my experience bonuses. I need to use the 2-day one here pretty soon. But, save these in your mailbox, because if you have a champion training event, these are perfect to pop open. If you have any missions, try to start saving those. Definitely the stamina is nice. XP days, if they're in there, get those. In the faction wars, you have some stuff that you might have not used yet. And then in the campaign as well. In the Nightmare, I don't think I've really completed this yet. But I have a 3-day XP that I can always use if I need to. So work on those. Start getting prepped now because we have a bit of downtime. So the next I want to talk about is, what is worth buying. There's a lot of stuff in this game that they offer you. So what's some stuff that we need to look for? So if you are even a small spender, there is a battle pass that they've announced for the 1.13 update that's going to come. And for a battle pass, usually, you purchase the battle pass, you have quests, so some of these new quests that are going to be implemented in the game that have a daily, weekly, and monthly kind of task to complete. And depending on how far you can get on it, usually you get pretty good rewards for just how much the battle pass costs, just kind of basing off of other games. So that's going to be something that we're going to look for in 1.13. The daily gem pack, that's been something that I think they've had for a little over a month now, but for a price per gem ratio, it's one of the best offers that you can get. Of course, you have to wait day by day to get those, but that's going to be kind of your best, is it worth to spend a little money on to get some benefit out of. And for gems, usually a lot of times I use that for stamina, but it can get you pretty far. Some limited offers. So, I know there's a lot of offers that kind of flood this game, and sometimes it's kind of hard to tell, what's good to look at and what's not even worth your time. So one thing is, offers that last, a few weeks or even a month, those generally are going to be your best value. Sometimes they come with a variety of different shards, stamina, gems, and usually they're kind of the best value that the game is going to offer. If you have some shard offerings during summon events, those are usually pretty bad. It's kind of one of those, they know you want to open the shard, so they're going to throw an offer that is kind of horrible. If you're going to buy some offers for shards, look for those when the summoning events are not going on. And then the subscription. So this one is kind of a question mark right now. We know currently, you get multi-battles, you get extra, I think, experience as well as silver. But they've kind of announced that, they're going to double the multi-battles for like campaign for both non-subscription and subscription. And then they've also kind of mentioned that there's going to be some events in the future for multi-battle dungeons. Now, while I think, in the campaign, they should probably just make this unlimited because it's a great feature in the game, I don't know what's going to happen for the multi-battle dungeons and how this subscription is going to play a part. So right now I put a question mark on that. I don't think it's worth doing it currently, but depending on what they implement, it might be worth looking at. So yeah, some stuff to think about. We know, that update is coming here soon, 1.13. They've been flooding us with events, tournaments, fusion, ×2 fusions to deplete our resources. So my guess is this update is coming soon, and hopefully we get some new champions. I know there's some few balancing things that they're going to do with 5 legendaries, as well as our Tormund passive probably going to get nerfed a little bit. But start looking to saving some of your resources, clearing out some of your vault space, and just kind of acquiring all the brews that you need. And also, I forgot to mention, but probably you want to start saving some of your potions. I'm kind of short on magic, but so the fusion events, if you're not ready for it, is really, it's really hard to complete, especially if you're having to farm for potions. So save your potions as well. I forgot to put that in there. But anyways, I hope that helps get you prepared for the update coming. Hopefully we get a new faction and some new champions, but I will talk to you guys later. Thank you.